good evening. Now, what we discussed yesterday? Yesterday we talked about Docker introduction, right? Now we saw that what is the real pitch of Docker and what do you mean containers. Now, then next what we discussed about Docker architecture, and then we discussed about difference between the Docker and virtual machines, right? And then we installed the Docker on a one Linux machine. That's what we did. Now you can ask the question, sir, can we install the Docker on Windows machine? Yes, you can install. Okay, latest version of Windows you can able to install, and previous versions if you Windows 10 or something. Now you should be install a virtual machine. Okay, and then you have to install that Docker on top of it. You can't install directly for the Windows terminal basically Windows command line. That's not supported. And remember, this Docker is mainly built for Linux missions. Nowadays, recent Docker is support for Windows also. We can create a Windows base image also. We can use the Windows base image also. But we never recommend. I never ever used till now for my entire my like 7 years of experience of my Docker. I never used till now. Okay, never ever, because everything that if you go take a base image of Windows mission, it will be take huge size again, right? There is no, and even it is not comfortable to connect in a command lines, and because of it comes up with the UI and all, right? But most people are using for Linux based operating system for containers, mostly 99%. Okay, fine. Okay, now today what we're gonna do? Let's discuss about the few real commands of Docker. What we are gonna do day-to-day activities. Okay, with the Docker commands. Now we already see that few commands on Docker, right? Now we check the Docker images. It will show the list of images, and before Docker images, we check this Docker -f version command. We'll check Docker version or version. Even you can check the -v also, and we check Docker info also. It will show the list of images, containers, stopped containers, like it's degraded containers, and we can see the which file system it is used, what is the repository URL, everything will show the about your Docker daemon in your system. Okay, and it will show the list of images which is there in your system. This is the three commands we used yesterday. Right now, let's connect your Linux machine, and then let's see how to connect that and see. First of all, I think look like I have not stopped that instance. It's keep on running. I think. Let's open that. I forgot to stop that. Let's see. Do we have any running instances? Have not stopped it. This okay. Even if you stop and start also, it will be the same. There is no issue in that. Like the server, because we used yesterday session for we enable the symlink, right? Means when you stop and start, the Docker will be up and running for you. Okay. Anyways. So see here we used for Docker -v command for to see the Docker version and as like short way, and there is another option also, Docker version. You can see here the same command like -v version will do the same thing, and Docker info. No, these are the information like as what is the your like as how many servers are there, what is this version it is, okay, and what main containers are running, what is the running containers, past stop containers, images, okay, on the version we just mentioned, right? What is the file system driver it is used, overlay to file system it is used, okay, xfs file system, that is the default file system of this Linux machine, right? Like as no entire your which architecture, which how many CPU, how much memory you have, what is the node information, where it is Docker root is where lib Docker. This is the root directory for your Docker daemon. Okay, this is what information we have, right? When you do the Docker info. Fine. Next, when you see the Docker images, it will show the list of images in your system. Okay, list of images in your system. By default, when you install the Docker, you won't get any images. Okay, just it will be run a Docker daemon on your Linux machine. Okay, what are the host machine you take? It will run on the Docker daemon. Okay, once you run the Docker daemon, you can able to export these Docker commands, or else you can't able to export, right? Now, and it will give the like a sudo permission issue also. By default, which user you logged in, that user should be added in the Docker group. Then only it will allow you without sudo. That's what we did now using the user mod command yesterday, right? Now, apart from this, now today what I'm going to do, I want to search images. Docker search command Ubuntu. Something I search Ubuntu. Okay, sorry. Search. What this search command will do? This search command will search a images. Okay, over internet. Where it will be available Docker images, guys? As we discussed yesterday, where it's available? Huh. By default, where it's available? In
Ready.
a Docker Hub. All official images or public images are available in Docker Hub. Now this search command will get that public domain URL. Okay, fine, sir. How this will go for the public domain where we mentioned the URL? Now this is the path. The registry public registry is this is the public registry. Okay, this is the public registry, Docker Hub registry. Now that images will be fetched from there, and it will be show filter based on the stars. Based on the stars. Okay. Now, fine. Now I want to download that image. Okay. What command we use to search? Docker search that image name. Give whatever image you want. For example, I just search you one image. Okay. I'm going to search for the Jenkins, for example. Let's say Jenkins. There is a lot of people are. This is official image Jenkins, and this is the latest image Jenkins. This is a deprecated. You can see, and this is the one we are going to use nowadays. Actually, okay, that image we're going to use for the Jenkins. And the similar way, if you want, we can download for Tomcat, for example. Let's say there is no Java, you know, the image Java image you can see here, no? It's a duplicated Tomcat image is there. Node.js is available, Jet is available. See, these are all included in Java also. Okay, instead of Java, in real time scenario we are using a OpenJDK for Linux. This is what we used. OpenJDK, if you can see, now this is a OpenJDK. This image we're going to use that. And a similar way, whatever you can say, for example, such nexus. Now we can see your nexus images over here. So not at nexus 3. Okay, and same time you have this sonar cube also. Stars means like like for example, you did a reel actually. Okay, one insta reel. Okay, what do you mean, like, yes, what type of insta reels will be shown top? Tell me, just give me example. Which insta reels will be you the like on top, which is getting a more likes, right? Yes or no? Right? Clear or not? Right? Similar. Stars means likes. Okay. Now what I mean, let me show that. Now if you go for Docker Hub, okay, so Docker Hub, and go to Docker Hub and let me show that what is a stars means. Okay. Now for example, it's a Ubuntu. Just I search for Ubuntu. Okay. You can search the similar. Okay. We have a lot of images. See, these are all. No, these stars. Right now? Understand now? Okay. Fine. Great. Now, see here. Okay. Now let's. I have seen that, and like whatever the image you want, you can search which image available or not, which version is available. Okay, what needs to be downloaded, and all you can able to get to know here. Okay, fine. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and then we can search in web also in the same way what we did. In a web, it's very simple. Okay, now you can go here Ubuntu. If you open this image and you have they will give a command also. Just copy this command and do the command. That's it. Docker pull Ubuntu. Now if you pull the image, it will remember again. It's a very important point. Now if you not mention any extension of this, like any tag for this Ubuntu, by default tag will be latest. By default will be a tag will be the latest. What do you mean tag, sir? Tag means a particular version. A particular version. Docker pull Ubuntu means it will pull a Ubuntu image. It will pull a Ubuntu image. From where it will pull? From Docker Hub. Okay. Now, for example, let's say, okay, you want to specify the specific version. Okay. Now, like, how do we know, sir, like which version I need to download and all? Well, simple. You can see here, these are the tags: 20.04, 22.04, 23.04, 23.14, Matanic, Matinic, Devil, latest. This what by default will download. Latest will be download. Okay, sir. All for Ubuntu we have a latest. For example, Sonatype, Nexus, Jenkins. All these images also available latest. Yes, by default the version which is available is the latest. In case if latest is not found, then it will throw the error, the image is not found, simply. Okay, it will throw, like, for example, it's unwanted version. If you mention, like, like something, what you show, it will, you don't have permission in it, something, it will give the error. Okay, error response from demo manifest Ubuntu not found, something it will give us. Okay, now for example, you want to download image for the, I guess, at 22.04, for example, you will download this image. Now tell me, how many images we download till now? How many images we downloaded? Oh, tell me, how many images we downloaded? One or two? One or two images we downloaded. Anyone? Any intelligent fellow in the session? One or two? Only two guys are responded. Guys, please. Like, if you participate now, definitely will get a good knowledge. I'm promising you. Okay. If you participate, you will get a more interest. If you get a more interest, definitely will be understand very nicely. Okay. One. Okay. How many? Fast. No one listening class then. Okay. How many images we pulled, right? One now. We did for Docker pull Ubuntu 22.04, and we download for Docker image here also. Docker pull Ubuntu. How many we downloaded? You, if you not mention anything by default, this means what? Latest. Right? No, one or two now. Hmm. Right? Oh, at least Docker images, right? How many images? Two images, right? Now one is latest version, another one is the 22.04. Now these are two images which we downloaded, Okay, but anyway, this also having the same image ID, means both, how it will come a base same image ID when you building that any application in a Docker file, we can create a number of tags with the same content, means the image ID same, means this also having the same content. That is the meaning of that. Okay. The image ID is same, means both contains the same, and size also will be the same. Created data also will be the same. See, in case, for example, different version, if you take, for example, I'm going to pull the different version of it. Let's do this. 24.02 something. Let's say 4 is not available. For example, no, 24 not, 23.04, 23.10, 23.10, 23.10. Just pull another version. Now tell me, how many emails are there right now? Two or three? See. If it is different, then see this. This is the latest version, and you can see the size. And this are, then what is the very latest? Latest means it's, I mean, like, it's a super most latest. Okay. This tag you may use for the stable version. Okay, stable one, and which is people are being used for regularly in case they don't want to mention that version number. By default, it will download this version, stable version. It will download. Does it make sense now? Understand? And if you can see the difference also, the old version having the 77 MB and this will be having the 70.8 MB size of your image. Size of this one OS is this size. Okay. That's the same way as we discussed yesterday. We have another lightweight images also. What is that image? What is that image we discussed yesterday? It's the Alpha Linux. This is see if I'm not mentioning any version, it will download a latest. In case which versions are available, I don't know. Okay. What you can do, we can search for web or else we can search for here also. Okay. Now we can search for web, where it will be easy for you. In Alpha, this Alpha, you can see how many versions are there. Alpha 3.17, 3.16, 3.15, 3.15 or 10, 3.67. We have a lot of them. Like these are the tags are available. You can download whatever you want. Okay, now that one I downloaded for latest. You can see the latest also available here. Okay, by default, latest also available. Hmm. Anyway, their latest is not mentioned means it is, should be there for by default. Here, see this latest. Okay, fine. Now we can see this latest image also is available, right? Now if you can see Docker images, Docker image or images. See if you do that images right. Okay. In case any command is wrong, okay, like we can check for the Docker hyphen help. If you type, it will give all the commands. What are the commands? The Docker info, Docker import images, like a history, export, RMI, run, save, search, start, stat, stop, tag, top. There's almost all the like Docker CMP, Docker commit, Docker build, Docker attach. There's a many commands we are gonna learn for going forward. Let's see. Okay, fine. Now where we are now, we pull the images. Now check the Docker images and see the shop. Now what is the size of this alpha image latest version? How much size it is? 7.34 MB. It one Linux machine has having this one size. Is it clear, guys? It's clear, no? No. Where it is? This is our images. Huh? Is it? This image contains our code? No. We don't have. This images does not have our code, right? Now the similar way the people are created their applications as an image. Similar way we are also write our own code, our own Docker file, our own build, our own image. It will be created. That image contains our own content. Okay, that we're going to learn for the further going on. But right now we are using for the, we are not writing any Docker file, we are not keeping into anything our code. Okay, just we are using existing one images, like on top of existing images we are going to use that all our Docker commands and practices. Then later we can write our custom Docker file and build the Docker file to Docker image, and that Docker image we can convert into container using a Docker run command. Okay, cool. That's what the thing is. Okay, fine. Now we have a images, like now we downloaded four images here, right? Now what I want to do, I want to run as a container. I want to run as a container. How to run as a container? Now let me see Docker is, let me study, let me take all the commands for one time for you guys easy to understand. Docker search command, where it is, notepad plus hmm. Docker search command and Docker pull command. This is the image name, any image name that you want to use. Okay, you can type like braces and image name. Docker pull equal to, okay. Now next, that's it. The only two commands. And Docker image command we already written here, right? Now that's done. Now next, what I'm gonna do, I want to like as run as a container. Now this is just image only. Ubuntu means Ubuntu only, nothing. Just image, nothing. There is no life for this Ubuntu. Means as application. Now see when OS will work, for example, after installing only, right? Similar way, it's kind of a CD, right? It's kind of a CD. Once you want to play this, then you have to be installed, right? To play that means to run that. Okay, to run that we are using command called as Docker run. We are using a Docker. like as run command. Okay, fine. Now Docker run -it. Like as you know, I'm gonna run the container. Like that container name is Ubuntu. Okay. For example, let's say. Now where we are right now, if you run this command, where we are right now, we are inside the Ubuntu. Where it will go directly, it will go for bin bash by default as a command line. Now it will go inside your container. Now if you see that username is east user IP address, but what is this root and then some ID? What is this ID? What is this ID? Is it your Linux machine? No, right? No, it is a container. A container means what? Can you check the Docker is installed inside this container? Guys, is the Docker is installed inside this container? Tell me. Come on, fast. Very, very important. Is Docker is installed into Ubuntu container or not? Guys, fast. Is installed? No, no. How it will be? Docker images means it not required to, like Docker should be then inside that image. Okay. It's a image. Okay. That means it's a one Linux machine kind of. Okay. Like it's a base, like it's one wrapper, one artifact. It's not a Linux machine. Okay. Now see here, you can check. Okay. Docker -v command. It will kick me out. What is this Docker? Right? The Docker command won't work. Okay. And remember this very, very point here. I'm gonna come out from this container using this command. I'm gonna come out from this container. To want to come out from container, if you don't press Control C and Control Q or something, okay. How do you come out this? Basically, you need to press escape. No, like it's not a quick escape. Okay. Now, sh- Control Shift P Q. One second. Fine. Not shift. Okay. Now let me see how you want to come out from this. Now you can press a shift. I mean not shift. Sorry. Control. Okay. Plus P plus Q. Okay. Control PQ. Control PQ. Control PQ. We need to be pressed. Means at a time you can escape. Like not required escape. Okay. If you want to type something, then you are can means you are in insert mode. Then you can come out escape. The next Control PQ. Then it will come out this. Now see this Docker images. There is a these are the images are there. Now check the Docker containers. To check the Docker containers, you can use the Docker PS. What is the command to check the running containers? Remember again my point. How to check the running containers is a command called as Docker PS. Docker PS is a running container. Okay. Now, like for example, I'm gonna run another container. Again, one more container. Okay, it's not the same container. If you can observe here, every time this is a container ID. Okay, this will be container ID. Okay, the container will be start. Now, if I press Control C, like for example, it's not work out. Control Q, or else like Control Q, Control C, nothing will work, right? Just you can type exit command. It will be come out from that. It will be come out from the exit. Okay, like as for example, let's say now you can check the Docker page. Okay, now you can check only one container running. But when you exit, what it will happen? It will be terminate that process. It came out. Okay, when you not exit and you press Control PQ, what happened? The process keep on running. The process will be keep on running. Okay, now 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 let's see how do you check the stopped containers. Docker PS -a means all stopped and running both will be shown. Right, like a stopped one, how do we decide that? There is a status will be showing as a exited. Okay, exited. Okay, now if this exited means if the container is exit from this running state, exit from the running state. Now this is the command to check the running containers and stopped containers, and you want to check only the container IDs, running container IDs only. Control PS -Q. container IDs you can see. Only container IDs. Hyphen QA, stop run running containers IDs will show. Stop run running containers IDs will be shown. Is it clear now? Clear guys? And one interesting point is that control Docker PS hyphen Q. Okay. Now fine. Now if you can see and Q hyphen A. Okay, that is stop and running containers. Okay, cool now. Till now is fine. Now if you can observe here after Docker PS here, what happened container? Container is assigned one name automatically here. Okay. Chillers and harassel something, right? By default. You can see hyphen A, it is also created one like as random name and it will be came out actually. It will assign a random name. It will assign a random name. It's clear now. Means container if you not provide any name, it will be assign a one random name also. You don't need to be like as take care of your creating a container name as a say whatever. If not provide anything, it will be take it as a by default. In case if they are not provided, you can take it. Okay. Now see here, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run a container with my own name. Okay. Let me provide that container. What do you provide? Now in the same place, you can mention hyphen name. Let's say my Ubuntu something like that. If run this container is running. Control PQ you can press. Control PQ you can press. Then it came out from here and then see that Docker PS. Now see here, two containers are running and the name is we can found here our custom name instead of random. Is it clear now? Clear guys? How do you run the container? Docker run hyphen IT. What do you mean hyphen IT sir? First of all, okay. Hyphen I means interactive terminal. Interactive terminal. Okay. Like as interactive mode, that means T means terminal. T means terminal, interactive mode terminal. Is clear now? Is clear guys still now? Okay. Now let me PSQA. Okay. And Docker run hyphen IT and something also named. No, fine. Right. Now next this is about command to use till now. Any question till now, right? To check the Docker images, we use the Docker images, and to check the running containers, you can check the Docker PS. Like as you know, Docker PS or Docker PS hyphen A or hyphen A means like as stop run running containers. Okay, Docker PS is like as you know, if you want to see the only IDs, that IDs only. If you want to see the only Docker running containers, you can check the Docker PS. Okay? And now it is a stopped and running containers. The ID will be asking us. Okay, now it will be give the ID and then stopped and running both. Okay, docker run hyphen IT means it will give like simple, instead of random assigning a name, it will give your own name.